Well, we have a question from a sister in the US. Well, Sheikh, why have I heard that a man just saying, I'm going to divorce you, طلقتك, is enough to actually divorce the woman? That's strange. I said, yes, of course, dear sister, in Islam, what we have, well, in true Islam, marriage does not require a witness, just the permission of the girl's father. And the boy and the girl agree. They will recite the formula if they know it in Arabic. If they don't know it, someone who knows Arabic or a religious person or whoever can pronounce it well in Arabic should pronounce the formula in Arabic. The man and woman are husband and wife. The marriage is done without needing witnesses. But for divorce, Islam teaches us that when a man or a woman wants to get divorced, they first have to bring up the issue before the elders of both families. They have to set up a council, a meeting of the wise elders from the woman's family and the wise elders from the man's family. They will intercede between both, resolve the issue. Because marriage is sacred and divorce is breaking the sacred. So, as Muslims, we have the obligation to prevent divorce from happening. It means to facilitate divorce. It's not right in Islam. In Iran, for example, this happens. A man or a woman wants a divorce. They go to court, they file a lawsuit against their partner. They are taken to spend 2 months with a psychologist who gives them classes on behavior, anger management, behavior management, and emotional intelligence. Many things like that. And many of those people, after these 2 months of classes, will return to the marriage because it's an obligation. In the Islamic government, we have to put difficulties, obstacles to divorce, not facilitate it. That's what happens in Iran. So, for divorce, it requires 2 just Muslim male witnesses. If one is unjust, it doesn't count. They have to be present at the moment the words are pronounced. طلقتك. The man has to pay the dowry. The woman doesn't have to be menstruating. If the woman is menstruating, the divorce doesn't count. Because sometimes the man gets, he gets all fired up, hot, and the woman can't give him what he wants because she's on her menstrual period. No, it doesn't count. So, a woman who is on her period cannot be divorced. You have to wait for the woman to reach what is called purity. So God has placed many obstacles to divorce. On the contrary, it's the case with marriage, as we've explained. But unfortunately, after the Prophet of Islam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, some rabbis like Ka'b al-Ahbar, among others, came and they started preaching against Islam. Like in the time of the second Caliph, Umar ibn Khattab prohibited narrating stories of the Prophet of Islam and allowed Ka'b al-Ahbar, that former rabbi, and another who was a former monk, to speak to the people in the Prophet's mosque. Meanwhile, it was forbidden to narrate stories of the Prophet. That's when they started inventing a bunch of absurd things. One of those absurd things that you find today in the Sunnah school is that they distorted this part of Islam. Sunnah mosque says that for marriage you need witnesses. It's crazy. For marriage, you need witnesses. But for divorce, as soon as you get angry, you're already filled with rage. طلقتك. That's it. You don't need witnesses. You don't need them. Oh my God, what's happening, brothers? It seems that this was a trap or a deviation, a bid'ah, an innovation that happened during the time of the caliphs. So we ask you to return to the Islam of Ahlul Bayt, the true Islam, the Islam of the Prophet, to the Sunnah of the Prophet of Islam, which is the path of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. God bless you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Very good. Have we already completed the hour of today's class? Yes, the class is done. We've completed it. Boys, please, it's time to sleep. Very well. In the group of enemies, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, we have all the friends. Let's see. Sister Leonora, we're going to assign you as the admin of the enemies. Jose on the other side. Leonora here? Very well. Leonora, to handle the enemies, invite all the enemies of
Sheikh Qomi.
in that group.
Bueno. U.